Last time on Pinkbike Academy, presented by Monster Hydro, the contestants had to prove that they could deliver off the racetrack in a video challenge.
That was sick!
Unfortunately, it was Elena who found herself on the bottom, and her time at Pinkbike Academy was cut short.
Come on.
This time, our final four begin the toughest challenge of the season, a grueling 6-stage enduro spread over 2 days. This is their last chance to prove they have what it takes to win Pinkbike Academy.
Buena, mijo.
Buena, Nica, ¿qué tal?
Todo bien, pues acá estamos en las finales.
Oh, God, good thing.
Yeah, made it to the final four and
No, good luck, mate. I reckon it's fucking wicked.
yeah.
Puta, ha sido cuático igual toda la experiencia.
So, how's things going up there?
Pretty good. Yeah, it's like the final four in the competition, and
La última carrera, ya con esto se define todo.
What are you racing today?
I don't know. They haven't told us.
Sure.
They usually tell us like right before.
Today, contestants will take on the first 3 stages of the final 2-day race. Stage 1 will send the contestants down Catapult Ranch, a 2-kilometer long, fast, rough trail with plenty of gnarly features contestants will have to navigate. Stage 2 is on Rockhammer to Knockout, a relatively short descent, but make no mistake, these trails are full of sharp rocks and line choices that contestants will have to be on point to nail. The final stage today takes contestants down Hubba Bubba, Dark Roast, and Berm Slang. This will easily be the most physical stage of today, and contestants will need to manage their efforts in order not to run out of gas before the end.
Estaban a punto quizás de concretar algo gigante y no sé qué sentir.
Si al final
Sí.
pasa mucho de disfrutarlo y te veo disfrutando de esta cuestión
Sí.
a fondo, entonces sigue disfrutando, nada más.
Sí.
Esa mariposa en la guata, tú sabes cómo manejarla.
We have a big surprise for the remaining contestants ahead of their final challenge. They will each be racing on the all-new 2022 Orbea Rayon with 170 millimeters of travel up front and 160 millimeters in the rear. This bike is focused on fast. The new Rayon features numerous updates to increase the rider's speed, and it comes in more size options to ensure the perfect fit.
I really like the color of my new bike. It's sick.
The geometry, including a slacker head angle, steeper seat tube angle, and longer reach, gives better weight distribution. Increased seat insertion also allows for a longer dropper post, and it's optimized to run either 29-inch or 27.5-inch rear wheels. The suspension design remains the same, but they have tweaked the kinematics to smooth out hits both big and small.
Yesterday we went out on the trail with Edison and done some testing and tuning on the new bikes.
This is it. This is where it gets real. It's really racing now, and it's for the big stuff. So I want to make sure I can have y'all as dialed in as I possibly can before you drop in tomorrow.
I've been really enjoying the new 2022 Orbea Rallon. Compared to last year's model, the front end just feels a little bit less twitchy, a little bit more stable.
It definitely feels stable and I can just point and shoot really and let the bike work, which is always good when you're feeling fatigued.
So I'll put a band in there, and then we'll do another run and see if it feels a little more supportive for you.
Yes, perfect. I feel more integrated in the bike than in the other one, and I think it's a better climber. Yeah, I'm really happy with the bike, and the color is very sick.
A little. That was awesome. Laura's tire stays planted the entire time right where she wants to be. Thank you all for hanging out with me, working on the new bikes, getting them all set up. And we'll see you guys back first thing in the morning.
Bring it home, boy.
Yeah, will do. I'll try.
Oh no, that's what it is. Just do what you do best and good luck, eh?
Yeah, sweet. Thank you. See ya.
Bye.
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 Is it the longest you ever talked to your dad on the phone?
Oh, probably. Was that the full 5 minutes? Oh yeah, it says here 6 minutes.
Before you get started, we have a very special guest, Season 1 Pinkbike Academy alumni, Evan Wall.
Good to be here with you guys.
Cheers.
Evan, how does it feel to be on this side of the couch?
It's pretty sweet to be back, seeing how these riders are gonna tackle the next couple of days, and yeah, I'm stoked to see what happens.
Back in the seat.
Woohoo! So far, winning the Pinkbike Academy has been a huge change of like life and path, as cliche as that sounds. Yeah, working with the Orbea Enduro team so far has been unreal. Just the support, both like from bike parts, bike setup, to like all the people behind the scenes helping with travel and such is just unreal. Kind of everything's falling into place in a good way here. For the past couple of years, I've just been working full time and getting out riding as much as I could after working on weekends and stuff. And there's really nothing to complain about that, but being able to ride full time has been amazing.
Evan, you've been here, you've been on this couch.
Yeah.
Do you have any advice for our final 4 contestants?
Yeah, really, it's just a mountain bike race. You guys have all done it before, so go out, do your best, try not to let the nerves overtake you. Don't worry about the little things.
Contestants, this is your opportunity. Any questions for Evan? Laura?
Do you have a routine thing before a race?
The morning of, try to keep it pretty simple, just kind of review some of the tracks, the main points, do some resistance work, and then also some stretching just to get the muscles firing and get ready for it.
When you did this race last year, were you looking for consistency or going all in every stage?
Yeah, I think that depends on the stage. There's some trails I know I can push hard on, and other ones are more like try to keep the bike and myself intact.
Let's get into the challenge. The final challenge this season is a 6-stage enduro that will be spread over 2 days, and you'll tackle Big White's most technical and physically demanding trails. Today, no more secret pros. You will only be racing each other. At the conclusion of the 6-stage race, you'll be given the opportunity to interview with our judges, and they're gonna grill you on your future in the sport and how you plan to deliver for your sponsors. For the big decision this season, our judges are going to be looking at your results from this 2-day race, as well as your performance throughout the whole season. We have one final thing before you guys get started. One more very special guest. He's around here somewhere.
Move! Move!
Hey mates.
G'day mate.
How you going?
It was pretty cool seeing Tom roll up. Haven't seen him in a while, and just fellow Kiwi. Just stoked to see him. And
come on down, come on in.
Thanks, Jace.
Contestants, we have another Pinkbike Academy alumni here, Tom Bradshaw. Tom, how's it going?
It's not bad, Jace. Couldn't be happier to be on this side of the couch, if I'm honest.
Tom, what's it like just seeing all of these people in this place right now?
Well, it's awesome to see season 2, and you guys come from far and wide. It's so awesome to have you here, and it's an awesome opportunity to be a part of, so congrats on making it this far.
Tom, you have a very, very important job today, potentially the most important job this whole season. We couldn't decide on the start order for today's race, so we called up Tom, and he had a really good idea.
Yep. I've had some really good ideas. And you guys have had a long competition. There's been challenges on the bike, off the bike. So I thought today we'd keep it really serious. To decide the start order, we're going to do a moo-off. Do you guys know what a moo-off is?
Yeah.
Perfect. For those who don't, instead of doing a simple paper, scissors, rock, as you might say, We'll do 2 at a time. We'll go on their hands and knees and face each other, about a foot apart, and whoever can hold the longest continuous moo wins. So what we'll do, because there's 4 of you, we'll do semi-finals, we'll then have a 3rd and 4th playoff, and then we'll have a gold medal match.
And the winner gets to draw up last?
Yeah, it's super serious. Yeah.
All right, contestants, pay attention closely. This is a heated match. 2 Pink Bike Academy alumni. Let's see what happens. You guys ready?
Oh, yeah.
3, 2, 1, moo.
There's a reason why you won the Academy last year. Yep, you guys are up first, Laura and Flo. Laura, are you ready?
Probably.
Flo, are you ready?
Yeah.
Excellent. On 3, 2, 1, moo. Laura's going for the long, slow approach here. Bring it up. Ah, great work, Flo.
Flo, congratulations. Nice work.
Holy.
3, 2, 1, moo. And Brandon's got it. Congratulations. Okay. Laura, are you ready?
Sure.
Emmett, are you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, moo. It's really embracing the notating, keeping close. This is good tactics. Here we go. They're really having to dig deep here. This is a deep moo.
That was close.
Well done. Laura, how are you feeling after that?
Good. The first time I bet Emmett.
Nice. All right, let's have the gold medal match. Flo and Bradley, get up there. 3, 2, 1, moo. And they lock eyes for horns. Here we go. For the gold medal match. Yeah. It's a long, slow burn, this one. Hopefully they don't take this long out on course.
They're very composed, though.
And Bradley's blown it! Well done, Flo. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Bradley's blown it like he blows corners. Perfect. Okay. So that means, Flo, you'll be dropping in last.
Ooh.
Happy day. How does it feel?
Good. I'm warm up now for the race.
Excellent.
Can I get a high? Can I get a high? Can I get a high? Ow!
Don't do that to Brad, he'll cry.
There's so many people out there that just don't know what I can do. After this last year of training and riding with a lot of pros over the winter, I know my speed's there and I know my head's there, and I just really want to go and show the world what I can do.
He's sending it. Mm-hmm. He looks very calm though.
He looks composed for sure.
So the first stage of the day was down Catapult Ranch, and we'd raced it before and I knew it was going to be rough and definitely going to be hard on the bikes. So I kind of went into that one just warming up for the day and just get a clean lap down. Definitely felt like I was really controlled and I executed it well, and I probably could have pushed a bit harder, but We still had 5 stages left, so took it a little bit easier.
All right, we have Emmett here coming into the finish line. First rider to drop today. Down in one piece, how you feeling?
Good. A little bit of a wake-up call in the morning, but yeah, felt good. It's smooth.
Is that the strategy, kind of starting off, to keep it smooth and together and just set some times?
Yeah, especially on that course, it really pays to take your time and stay controlled, smooth.
Nice.
Are you excited?
Yeah. Nervous. Hi.
Hello.
Oh, I can speak in German. Wie geht's?
Gut, und selbst?
Ja.
Was machen die Runden?
Naja, könnte besser sein.
Hast du noch Schmerzen?
Ja, mein ganzer Körper ist im Arsch.
Let's go, Laura!
Yes. Nice.
She's looking solid too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She did that inside line so well.
Yeah.
First drop at Catapult Ranch. I clipped out before the drop, so I messed it up the way down. So I tried to save it, but it doesn't work, so I went over the bar, I think.
Whoa!
And then my brakes were so high and I can't get them lower, so I decided to race the rest of the stage with the brakes in the high position. So it felt pretty bad.
Oh my God! Holy! Those are my pedals!
Then I decided to not take any risky line because of the brakes. Then I rode beside a stone. And there was so much dirt, so my front wheel, I don't know, made this.
Oh, man! Oh, man! It can't be true!
Okay, we got a rider coming in here. We just got word Laura may have taken a couple of crashes on course. Not a great way to start off the morning. Bit of dust on the arm. Come on, Laura, bring it on home.
Oh, man.
You doing okay?
I don't know. I will not look. I got my stitches out on Monday, I think. Yeah, Monday. So it was a little bit, yeah, terrifying, but it's right under the stitches, so I've got another round. And my hips are a little bit bloody, and yeah, but that's racing.
I was pretty nervous this morning just because the stakes are so high and it's probably the biggest race ever, really. Sitting on the start gate for the first stage today, I was definitely in the zone, ready to go. Just wanted to make it down safely.
Wow.
Oh,
Oh, he's doing good.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
right, we got Bradley coming into the finish line here. He looked especially nervous this morning. We will see how that played out on track. Yeah, nice, man.
Feel good, Laura? Nice work, Brad. Laura took a couple crashes.
Bradley, how you doing, man? Do you think you caught old Emmett over here?
Oh, definitely gave it a go. We'll find out.
O sea, aquí la espera de 20 minutos no me la saca nadie, así que...
Exactamente.
¿Para qué?
Muy bien.
¿Para qué apresurar?
Que trabajen ellos.
Fresca como lechuga.
This is a huge opportunity, and the way I see it, maybe my last, because I also know it's not that I don't believe in me, but I also know in this industry, 28-year-old rider is maybe too old. So I'm gonna do my best to win this. I would love to go back racing, and this is my opportunity, and I want to win it.
Yeah! She's flying.
Honestly, I think in that track, the goal is to make a clean, fast run, and I think that is paying off. Laura had 2 crashes, and maybe she was trying to push too much in that track, and that's what happened in Catapult Ranch. It's easy to fail.
All right, we got our final rider here on stage 1. Flo looked great in the move-off this morning, got to drop last. See how she's doing. Yeah, Flo, finish strong.
The second stage of the day, I wanted to turn it up a little bit. Blown through all like the chunky, fast sections and was coming across just a flat traverse. I just heard air hissing out of my tire, and yeah, I didn't know what to do, honestly.
Oh no, no, no.
Do I stop? Do I ride it? Do I run? So I just decided to run it out to the bottom because I don't want to stop.
No.
And so I just tried to waste the least time possible.
What the hell? What the hell happened?
It's a long time to be on course. Rider coming in.
Yes,
Coming in. Oh, tough luck, Emmett. Tough luck.
Got one more stage.
Yeah, you got one more stage. You got a few more
so.
stages, so don't let it get to you too much, and
Yeah.
Addison can fix that thing up. Sorry to see, man.
Yeah.
It happens. That's racing.
Yeah, exactly.
I decided to change my mindset a little bit, that I have to go on, because it's a 6-stage race. So yeah, when a stage is not going like you planned. So, but there are 5 other stages, so I try to keep on and push. Yeah, I was pretty happy because I did some safe and clean runs, and it made fun. So yeah, I was pretty happy that I raced the other stages for me well.
Laura coming into the finish line. Finish strong. Good job.
Yeah, Laura.
I'm happy with it after the 2 crashes that I can had a clean one now. Trail runner. Trail runner with a bike.
Yeah. I like rode it in the smoother sections, but like those rock gardens were so brutal.
It was really.
Like if I would have rode it through those rock gardens, the wheel would have exploded. So I was like,
yeah, I think so too.
Bradley coming in. Yeah, Brad. Good finish. Well, I don't know if you know, but our boy Emmett did more running than riding on track. He got a flat.
How far up?
like halfway through Rockhammer.
Bro, that's...
I was actually real gutted for him because I know how it feels. It just sucks to have a flat tire, especially during a race, and especially during this race.
Annoying.
Oh well, we got 4 more stages, so keep it clean.
Keep the bike and yourself in one piece.
It wasn't a long stage, but definitely a technical. It was like technical and then flat, so I just tried to go smooth and pedal as much as I could in the flat sections.
Slow coming in. Last rider down stage 2. Strong across the line.
Nice job, Flo.
Yeah, it was good.
Nice. Another clean run. 1 more to go for today.
Exactly.
Yeah. Good job, Flo.
Thank you.
All right, we're here at the bottom of stage 3, easily the longest and most physical track of the day. We'll see, the riders have one final chance.
I just went into that third stage just to have fun and just to push myself on the climbs and ride like I always do on the descents. I pushed really hard on the Hubba Bubba climb. I was just having so much fun. I was definitely really happy with my third stage.
Yeah, dog. Yeah.
Hubba Bubba, there's a climb, so the last time I messed it up. So this time I decided just before the race to walk it, because I think nothing is more stupid than to try to ride it and then mess it up because it costs more time. So I decided to walk.
It's definitely physical, so I try to focus just in that, because I know that many times you can make more seconds difference in a climb than letting your brakes like in a technical section.
I'll get you.
Uh-oh. You're such a bully, Tori.
Okay.
Okay.
Got a rider coming in. Here's Emmett, tricky final corner. Looks like he has air in his tires.
That was brutal.
How you doing, man? Most physical track of the day.
Yeah, definitely tired, but just empty the tank.
I try to pedal so hard as I can. So yeah, I think I like the stage 3 the most because of the corners and the jumps. It's always pretty fun.
Rider coming into the finish here. Woo! We got Laura. Nice. How'd it go?
Good, I think.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm happy with it.
Having fun now?
Yeah.
Rough start to the morning, but how do you think you got back to where you're at now?
I tried to let it not come into my head and mind. So, yeah, just try to keep going and pushing and, yeah, so, yeah, don't think about it.
Yeah. All right, next rider coming in. We got Brad. Finish strong, Brad. Here he comes. Bradley, how we doing?
That was hard work.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Most physical stage of the day, would you say?
I think so, yeah. It was quite long as well. Just sort of almost got to pace yourself a wee bit to make it to the bottom safely.
The previous challenge, we went to those trails. I was trying to cut the berms, so now I just try to ride them like they should have. And I felt better, but I don't know if it was like better for the time. Wow. I'm clueless again. Yeah.
Oh.
Here she comes, final rider of the day. Slow around the last corner. Push to the end. Good, strong finish. Bikes in one piece, bodies in one piece.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Legs, I don't know.
Legs, multiple pieces. Yeah. How was the stage for you?
It was good. Pretty physical stage. Then you ended up with a lot of flow trails, so I just tried to keep the flow, something that I didn't do during the last flowy challenge. So instead of cutting the berms, just did it all, and I think it felt faster.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't have any time, so I can't tell really, but it felt better, at least.
Good job, y'all.
Nice work.
Good?
Nice work.
Exactly.
Good job.
Heck yeah.
See, that rose?
Yeah.
Good job.
Good job.
Good. I only messed up the last corner.
Yeah, everyone did though.
Yeah, okay.
Everyone did.
It was so holy.
Yeah. The tank was emptied on that last stage.
You looked at, like, everyone got to the bottom and was just like...
Yeah, let's have some lunch.
Oh yeah. Not the baddest idea.
You guys have been pedaling, but we've been hungry talking about food.
All right, team, it has been a long season, but here we are, final challenge, one last big race for our top 4 contestants. Day 1 of racing, already a ton of drama. We've got mechanicals.
No.
We've got crashes. We've got blood and tight racing. Christina, I want to start with you and talk about Laura, because she had a bit of a rough go this morning.
She definitely did, poor thing. She took 2 big slams on stage 1. Whoa! And as a racer myself, that is really hard to overcome mentally and physically. I was right there on track when she had the first crash, and it was a doozy. She kind of unclipped at one point, ate it into a rock garden, but we were all super relieved to see her get back up, dust herself off, and carry on. Definitely didn't help her time racing today, but stage 2, gotta give her some kudos because she got back up to the start gate. She looked pretty composed, a little bit shook up from the crash, but she dropped in and her time compared to Flo's was super tight.
That's awesome. That's a ton of mental toughness to kind of push that crash out of your mind, drop in, reset. And then what was the story on stage 3?
Stage 3, Laura was about 19 seconds back. Not super surprising because it was a long track, 6.5 minutes. I mean, that's a long time out there. And, you know, she has kind of shown a similar result when she's raced the ladies in the past. The longer the track, slightly bigger gap that's there. But, I mean, 19 seconds on 6.5 minutes, it's not really that huge.
She might be able to claw that back in day 2 of racing. I also imagine some sort of soreness and fatigue taking part there, right? It's been a long day racing. And she had a huge wreck in the morning.
Definitely.
Gully, I want to talk to you about Emmett. This guy has been calm, cool, and collected, at least externally, all season. He's like a silent assassin on the trail. He does not make mistakes until today.
This kid is a brain surgeon on the bike. He has muscle, confidence, power, speed, and his line choice is second to none. He's been extremely confident, and I actually just love watching this kid ride. You can tell that he's gonna put down a good run just by the look on his face in the start gate. Unfortunately, in the second stage here, had a catastrophic flat.
Oh no, no, what the hell?
Had to run out of there trying to save his bike for the third stage, and he lost a ton of time. So currently, even with picking up in stage 3 and pulling another W there, he is still a little ways back and he's really gonna have to earn it tomorrow. It's gonna be a tough job, but if anybody can do it, it could be Emmett.
Gully, we still need to talk about Bradley, who managed to keep it together today.
Aside from that majestic mustache he has, and I say this over and over again, he is just so fun to watch on a bike. He is holding his speed and he just looks so good in the corners. He has a commanding lead on Emmett right now due to Emmett's flat in the second stage. And I'm really curious if Bradley can hold on to that. He's gonna have to be very mentally strong to hold his composure and put down a solid performance tomorrow. So can he do it? I think so, but we'll have to wait and see.
And that's an interesting point, right? Because we're seeing in stage 1, within a second of each other. Stage 2, obviously a write-off for Emmett. Stage 3, Emmett took the W there. If you're Emmett, what do? You just push as hard as possible tomorrow? Lay it all on the table?
I think he may have to take a little bit of a reserved mindset just to make sure he doesn't flat again, but with his power and precision, I think he can actually do this.
Very interesting. I love the battle going on here. Final rider to talk about, Christina, is Flo, who's putting on a clinic out there.
Yeah, Flo, she's been on it from day one. She obviously has a lot of race experience, so she knows her ritual for the morning, pre-race day. She knows exactly what she needs to do when the race is over and to start recovering. She had awesome times out there on course. There's not a lot to say about Flo other than she's fast, she's smooth, and she is very calm and collected.
So if you're Flo, going into tomorrow, you know your competitor has crashed. She's probably assuming right now she has a healthy lead. Do you push? Do you ride reserve? What would you do?
I think Flo's smart. She knows that for the most part over this competition, she has been winning the racing parts. So I think she just needs to go out there and continue what she's doing, keep the bike in one piece, keep herself in one piece. She's done really well so far, so I don't think she's one to throw that out the window and just send it 110%.
Well, thanks, guys. For the first time, no elimination ceremony. We're gonna go into day 2 of racing before making the big decision of giving that thing to one lucky rider. What should I do with my hands? I guess like this.
Next time, the riders tackle the final 3 stages. As well as an interview with the judges.
This is their last chance to prove they have what it takes to win Pink Bike Academy.
Welcome back, everybody, to Pro Tips with Addison Zawada, week number 9. This is possibly the most important tip I can give to you. Make sure you line up your logos, you keep your bike clean, and sponsor correct. You have sponsors that are depending on you to represent them and yourself in the best way possible. So a clean bike, logos lined up, is going to be a happy and fast bike on race day. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week.